Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I know I've been on here since New Year. Well, it's still the new month. So yes, Happy New Year. Hope you guys been great. Hope last year was amazing and this year is going to be superb, okay? So in this video, I'm going to be doing a crochet style. I've used these crochet braids before, but today I'm going to use them in a different style, the same ones, just a different style. I'll link the video that I did before this down below, okay? So we're gonna start off like regular, like you would start doing your regular crochet braid. You're gonna section your hair in half from one ear to the next, and then you're gonna keep the front separated, okay? Now for the back, what I'm gonna do is separate the back into equal halves straight down the middle. They don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect halves, but just do it how you can, okay? And then I'm gonna keep one side separated while I braid the other, okay? Now, I want all these braids to be going up to the center so that when I install these crochet braids, I could put it up in a bun and things like that and it doesn't look too crochet. Okay, so first I start by making that one section there, and while I'm working on each section, I keep the rest of my hair separated. That's very important for you not to have, you know, like hair going from one side to the next, and you could actually see scalp when you install these crochet braids, which will make it look more natural. So I know it looks difficult for those who can't cornrow braid. So what you could do is literally, it doesn't have to be perfect. However your fingers make those braids, just keep going. Trust me, it doesn't have to be perfect. All you need is just your hair to be going up nice and flat up to the center of your head, and that's it. Or you could do like twists if your hair is long enough. Or you could do like little box braids and connect them into each other. Or you could do like little box elastic band sections and connect them into each other, okay? You could get this hairstyle done whichever way you want to. I am able to braid my hair up, so I did that. I mean, I'm not the best of it. They're not perfect, but as I said, it's good enough. I just need my hair to be flat going up to the center of my head, and that's it. Okay, now I'm going to make the next section, and for each section I start making the section from the center of my head down, okay? And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna braid going all the way up, and yeah. So for each section, what I do is for the two half that I made in the back, I made 3 cornrow braids from each of those sections. You do not want the back to be too bulky. You don't want to have too much hair on your head. This can turn out heavy. So I made sure to only have like 6 braids in the bottom half, and it will be 10 in the front half. Now, as you guys see right here, I'm taking the end of the first braid that we make and put it into the second one right here. And then when I do the third one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the ends of that one and include it into the third one. Now, this is really important to have a nice flat surface when you get to the center of your head, okay? Now for the third one, I'm going to keep quiet and see if you guys could learn if you don't know how to braid your hair going up. See if you guys could watch and catch it, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the first 2, and I'm going to include the ends of those 2 into the third and final one for that quarter of my head. And I'm just going to continue braiding until I get to the ends. So that way I have all 3 of those braids just in one, so that it's easier for me to get them flatter and all in the center of my head, okay? All those 3 are complete. I'm going to do the same thing for the next half. And yeah, now those first 3 in the back are complete. I'm going to do the same thing for the next half of the back of my head. Now the back is complete. It's time to tackle the front. This is going to be a lot easier. The back took the longest time, and it wasn't that bad because, as I said, I wasn't concentrating on making it so neat. So for the front, what I'm going to do is curve the braids going up. So going up to the middle, the first two that I'm going to do on each side are going to be curved going up, okay? Just like you guys see me doing here. And then I'm going to braid it. Now on to the second one. Yeah, that first one is not perfect, and here I'm just like trying to, you know, have an idea of how many braids and how large I'm gonna make the braids. So I was just trying to like see, you know what I mean. And then, as I said, the second one I'm also gonna part it curved going up to the center, and then I'm gonna braid it all the way up until I get to almost the end of it. And yes, you want to make sure that you pull the braid so it's not, you don't braid it too tight so it's not pulling on your edges. And then I'm going to take the end of the first one that we did on that side, and I'm going to include it into the second braid, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing for the third one. However, the third one we're not curving anymore. We're just going to go straight in. We're just going to make straight braids, right? And then I'm going to include the ends of those two into the third one, and then when I do the fourth one, I'm going to include the end of the third one into the fourth one. Then when I do the fifth one, I'm going to include the end of the fifth one into it, and also the one from the back. I'll show you guys in a second how it's done. I don't need to be talking too much. I think this video is pretty self-explanatory, so yeah, maybe I'll shut up for a little bit, right? So now here's where I'm telling you guys I'm taking the ends of those ones that we braided first. I'm gonna braid it a little bit, then I'm gonna include the one from the back, but from the opposite side in the back, so that way it's more stretched out. I'm gonna turn around, yep, so you guys could see. So I actually took the side from the opposite side of the front and braided it into that side, and then I'm gonna do the other side of the front and braid that side of the back into it. So when we're done, we're just gonna be left with two ends to sew down or to crochet on there, whichever way you choose to do it, as long as you get it flat. So here we are, it's done. I only have two ends to conceal, and I'm gonna use a needle and thread. I use a curved needle. Don't be scared of curved needle, you're not gonna poke yourself. If you get a little poke, just urge for like, it's just gonna hurt for like 2 seconds, and then you'll be fine. So yeah, I rather sewing it than crocheting it under the braid, because then when I crochet under the braid, it's gonna make the braid more bulky and not as flat, and I want this to be as flat as possible. So now I'm just going to sew until I get to the end of that section, and then I'm going to sew the other side just the same. Just sew it down onto the corner or beside that middle corner there. And then when you're sewing the next one, you want to put it beside the second corner, so they're not all in the same place making a bulk. It's going to be harder for you to like crochet through it, okay? Hopefully it's making sense. If it's not, please just watch, mute me. If I'm confusing you, just mute me. I promise you will see what I'm talking about. Make sure when you finish sewing each ends down, you make a knot. I make a knot twice just for security. That way you make sure that the thread won't unravel and your braid will stay secured. So now after sewing down the other side, this is what the whole thing looked like. I am really proud of it. This is the first time I'm trying to braid my hair up to the center for crochet braids. So yeah, I'm proud of how it turned out. So now let's get into the installing of the crochet braids. I'm using the free tress faux locks, faux crochet locks. I've used these before. These are old. If you guys want to see, I'll leave a link to that below. Now on to installing the first crochet. I'm just gonna put the needle under the cornrow braid, pull it through, put the needle through the loop and through the little loop, and pull the end of that faux lock through the loop, and then just tighten it, and that's it. And that's another great thing about the texture of this hair. It's not gonna slide out because it's more coarse and kinky, so it's not slippery. Slippery, yeah, it's not gonna slide out. Now you want to do it like a finger to 2 finger width apart. Just use your judgment. You will feel where you need to make it closer. And here I'm showing you when you get to where the braid is thicker, you just want to go under a section of the cornrow and not under the entire cornrow, because then it's just not as natural on your loop. Your little knot becomes bigger, and sometimes it doesn't hold as good as when you just take a small, insert the needle through a smaller part of a cornrow, or through this a part of the cornrow and not under the entire cornrow. Only for the areas where it's sticky. You don't need to do that where the cornrow is thinner. It's not necessary, okay? So I'm showing you guys how I'm completing it, and yeah, I'm just gonna do this throughout my entire head. And so just let's watch and see, because I'm basically just repeating the same thing over and over for each corner, okay? And yeah, so I'm gonna use the remainder of those. I think I had 2 packs of those from the last one and some Bobby Boss new lock, but I like the free tress one more because it's more kinky and it goes better with the texture of my hair, and I also like the way it feels better than the Bobby Boss. If you have like a 3A to like a 4 type 4 hair or a 4A, you may like the Bobby Boss more, but I like these free tress faux lock better because they look so natural. They look like they're mine. Now that I've completed like the first quarter of the bag, whew, I was filling it, I was checking out, see how it looks. You know, you gotta check your progress. It's either gonna encourage you or it's gonna tell you that you need to change the way you're doing something. Okay, so you always want to check your progress. And when I saw that, it just, you know, it just made me feel real good about it. So I'm just gonna fill in the center, and then I'm gonna move to the front. And by the way, now that you guys are seeing this, I already had this hairstyling for 3 weeks. So yes, cheers to this. I do not want to take it out, but I need to wash my hair and give it a little bit more love. Okay, now we're moving on to the front, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Now I'm inserting the needle under the braid. The front ones are smaller, so I think you're mainly gonna go under the braid instead of through a part of the braid. Maybe when you get to the top where it's thicker, you may do that, but yeah. So that's it. I'm checking it out. Like, yeah, when I'm doing my hair, I love to see the progress. I love to see the progress. It just makes me feel good. And this is literally one of the quickest hairstyle I've ever done. Crochet braids in general is quick, but this one is just extremely quick. It took me like 30 minutes to install all the braids. The longest thing to do was to braid my hair up in one, which took about an hour or so. So now a girl ran out of hair, so I didn't have enough left from the last one, because I guess the way I did the last one, I had to cut some of the dreads, so I lost some of the dreads. So I had to put my hair up like that and wear it for, I think, like a day or so until I buy another pack, and then I installed another half of a pack. So I used 2.5 packs of free tress and a pack of the Bobby Boss. Okay, the Bobby Boss I didn't show you guys, but I just randomly inserted it. I just randomly installed it into my hair. Okay, so now I'm basically just filling up all the gaps, all the areas that need a little bit more braids, completing the look, finish, putting the finish fit. And I did go ahead and add some silver accessories, which I didn't show you guys. because hey, I just bought some of the regular little silver accessories and install them into these dreads. I didn't put a lot, I put very few. But yeah, that's it. And I'm showing you guys what the style look like. I love it. I love the way it turns out. This is going to be my favorite way to do crochet braids when I'm doing any type of braids, faux locks, twists, anything like that. This is going to be my new crochet style, crochet braiding style, the way to braid my natural hair up in one, right? Now this is what it looks like when I put it all up in one. I am happy with the results. How many times I'm going to tell y'all that I like this? I like it. Y'all get it. I like it. I like it. Try it. Trust me, you will love it. Figure out a way just to get your hair going up in one. It makes it so much more easier, so much more realistic. And yeah, this is the finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah. So yeah, guys, I completed it in the night. So I didn't do my edges because I was about to go to bed, so there's no point. So please don't roast my edges. I promise y'all that when I'm wearing it out, I do my edges. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment, subscribe. And so until the next one, guys, peace out.